When it comes to fan-requested cars for Gran Turismo 7, I don't think I have saw any car be requested more over the years than the Nissan R390 GT1 race car. And I've included the R390 in plenty of my videos, so I'm a fan of it and I would love to see it return. But I also have to ask, why? Why do so many of us want this car to return? What's so special about it? Well, I think there's really only one answer, and that is nostalgia. The R390 had been a mainstay in the Gran Turismo series from Gran Turismo 2 up until Gran Turismo 6, with many of us growing up playing the past iterations of Gran Turismo. Mainstays like the R390 became familiar to us. We expect these cars to always be a part of the Gran Turismo games. Coming back to them feels like reuniting with an old friend. Or maybe not so old, considering how the R390 was such a constant inclusion. Even though consistency was not the R390's middle name when it came to driving quality. But as for appearances, it was consistent to a T. And keeping on consistency, it always consistently appeared alongside the Toyota GT1. This was seen mostly in the PS2 days, Gran Turismo 3 especially. The pair were on a very similar level. The Mazda 787B would often be just a little bit ahead, and the Pagani Zonda race car often just a little bit behind. And then everyone else was behind it. But the GT1 and R390 were always together, side by side, fighting for positions. It was just natural to see them together back then. And looking outside Gran Turismo, even other games would include both of them as well. Both were even included in Gran Turismo 4 Prologue as opponent cars when using the BMW McLaren. And going into Gran Turismo 4, again they were paired together. Although in Gran Turismo 3, the R390 had 100 kilograms less weight than it should have. It was corrected in Gran Turismo 4, but its downforce was not maxed unlike all the other race cars. So with the added weight, it wasn't quite as competitive against the Group C and similar paced cars, but you could often see it with the GT1, and for plenty of us, that just felt right. Again in Gran Turismo PSP, the same thing would happen. The R390 and GT1 would be grouped together. And then going on to the PlayStation 3, it just kind of stopped. Gran Turismo 5 didn't match the two up quite as often, and Gran Turismo 6's AI is not very competitive. Then neither of them were in sport or base game cars for Gran Turismo 7 when it launched. Then in 2024, the GT1 would finally return to Gran Turismo 7. The BMW McLaren and Mercedes CLK had been added as base game cars, so with the Toyota GT1 there were 3 GT1 cars in Gran Turismo 7. But I'm sorry to tell Polyphony that 3 GT1 cars is not enough. They just stand out like sore thumbs in Group 2. But hey, a class overhaul is a much needed fix, but that's a topic for another video. And the GT1 can be quite competitive against the Mazda 787B in Gran Turismo 7. So for the Gran Turismo 3 fans out there, we could see that trio fighting it out again if the R390 was added, as it would be joining Group 2. And let's not forget, Polyphony love their Japanese cars, like Mazdas and the Nissan R92CP. And you might be wondering why I specifically mentioned the R92CP. Well, back in Gran Turismo 4, there were 4 race cars that had special black variants. They were the Nissan R92CP, the Mazda 787B, the Toyota GT1, and the Nissan R390 GT1. Yes, 2 Group C cars and 2 GT1 cars. It wasn't our imagination or anything, Polyphony were pairing the R390 and GT1 together. And with them appearing together in so many appearances, often matched up against each other, even if it wasn't the case in real life. When the GT1 was added to Gran Turismo 7 2 years ago, that marked the first time it was there without the R390. And we fans, we don't forget. To many of us, if you get one, you get the other. They're like 2 peas in a pod. We remember them together. We enjoyed racing with them together. It's nostalgic to see them together. So when they aren't together, something doesn't feel right. And while there are many fans out there that wish for updated cars to be added to Group 3, plenty of us long for 80s, 90s and early 2000s race cars to be added to Gran Turismo 7. Cars that we used back when we played on the PS2 as kids. As silly as it sounds, those cars become more than just cars in a video game. To us, they're like characters. We have memories with them, attachment. And for a car like the R390 that always remained a standard car, to see it in full detailed HD glory would be spectacular. I've always said that I'm quantity over quality, but I can't deny it does excite me about the prospect of seeing the R390 in a modern Gran Turismo game. And ideally, I'd like that to be Gran Turismo 7. Even if it might sound like I'm talking through the lens of nostalgia, the cars I like to use when I'm playing Gran Turismo 7 are the ones I played back in Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4. Whether they are race cars or road cars I've tuned to feel like race cars, I like the classic ones. And that's not me saying I don't like the new cars. My jaw dropped so much when the 499p was announced for Gran Turismo 7 that I got TMD, and I couldn't speak properly for 2 months. So I think I just like race cars. Because despite being a racing game, new race cars added to Gran Turismo 7 are a rarity. But this might be an unpopular opinion, but I would rather Polyphony had focused updates, like Update 1.70, where our update was focused on Le Mans hypercars, giving us 4 brand new ones. Imagine a GT1 focused update with the R390 and some other GT1 cars, like the Porsche 911 GT1, Polyphony love their Porsches, the Panos Esperante, it actually is a GT1 car and not a Group 3 equivalent car as Polyphony wrongly had it in all of its past appearances, and the Lotus Elise. Yes, I know, it's not a solo video without a mention of Lotus. But why do I think the Nissan R390 GT1 hasn't been added to Gran Turismo 7? Well, if I had to guess, maybe acquiring one to scan isn't that easy? I don't know all the technicalities when it comes to implementing cars into Gran Turismo 7, but it is common knowledge that cars are scanned in order to be accurately represented. So if there's no R390 to scan, they can't add it. So I hope they are able to find one soon, be it at a car festival or wherever. So there we have it. I just wanted to talk about the Nissan R390 GT1 race car, and I did. If it ever is added, can we all just flock to this video and celebrate its return? Just think of me as that YouTuber who wants to see the R390 GT1 come back. Personally, I would rather see the 98 version, the blue longtail car, but at this point I would take the road car, and then rant about the race car not being added. But similarly, the 97 version, the short tail black and red colour scheme, is also nice and only appeared in Gran Turismo 2. But I think if they were to add an R390, it would be the 1998 race car version that has appeared from Gran Turismo 2 until Gran Turismo 6. But I'd like to see it return before Gran Turismo 8, because they nostalgia bait us with Gran Turismo 7. And look how that turned out. And it looks like Gran Turismo 7 isn't slowing down anytime soon, so fingers crossed that the R390 will be added to Gran Turismo 7 soon. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time!